The characters we play in MTV Shuga Down South are fictional,
but the issues we face and the drama we go through aren't.
In MTV Shuga IRL, we step out from in front of the cameras
and bring you the real people facing what we as actors only pretend to.
No picture. Elubendota usimele.
Yazi baba, ziningi indlela zokuba indoda.
Oh.
Being black and gay, wow, in black families and black tradition, especially when you're a boy, there's just so much pressure on you already. At the end of the day, Reggie doesn't defy the fact that he's a man, he is a male, and my sexuality may be different from other men, but at the end of the day, I am a man just like any other man. And I think that's what is special about Reginald.
When I was young, I had to pretend. I had to do things that the boys will do, the straight guys will do, so that my father or my grandfather wouldn't find out that I was gay. So I had to pretend, I had to watch soccer, even though I don't know soccer. I mean, I had to do that, and I had to play with guys, straight guys, not the gays. My grandfather usually will say silly comments, and it hurts because he usually say those comments when my friends are around, the straight guys, like saying that you were not born like that. You're not a girl. You must act like a man because you are a man. Because one day you're gonna lead this family, you're gonna lead the Tawi family, but you can't lead the Tawi family if you're acting like a girl. My father wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't say anything about, okay, let's just not go there. Then I will stay in my room and cry. Because I don't usually show my emotions when I'm around people. I just stay in my room, close the door, and then cry. I came out officially, I was doing grade 9. Yes, I started dating boys. I was never attracted to girls. Never in my life, never. Only boys.
My name is Mohau and Reggie. I play Bongi on MTV Shuga 5.
We are HIV positive. I'm HIV positive,
When I found out that my character would be HIV positive,
I can't do this now.
To be honest, because I live in South Africa and almost each and every black child has someone who's either infected or we are affected in some way by the HIV virus. I've lived with people who are infected. I have family members who are infected. So it wasn't a big deal. I think people still think that if you're HIV positive, you can't find love. Yeah, you can't have sex, you can't have fun, can't go out. You're just not really that normal.
Are you gonna drink it? It's gonna be so fake. He was the popular guy in school, and I just didn't like him. Maybe because I kind of had a crush on him, and he never really noticed me.
I was following you in Facebook. It sounds weird, right? That's when we met again, and I think weeks later, I asked her out on a date.
A week, not weeks, 5 days.
Weeks later. I asked her out on a date. And eventually, yes, we went on a date. And from that day, it just grew and grew.
I think in the past, it was complicated to try to get into a relationship because Of course, you would get rejected and you would get judged and stigmatized because one associates an HIV positive status with being promiscuous, you know? So it was difficult, but I think the nice part about myself and Sean is he knew about my status before approaching me. And someone who loves you will stick by your side no matter what.
Yeah, I am.
So discordant couple is the fact that he's negative, I'm positive, and then a concordant is both partners are the same status. The virus is not part of the relationship. The virus lives in me but does not live in my relationship. We have sexual intercourse. We stay together, we have to have sex.
If people understood and learnt about that, you know, it would be living in a different world, you know? Because I think once you say you're HIV positive, people automatically assume that when I sleep with you, I'm also going to be infected, you know? It's lack of knowledge and education. That's all I can say.
The whole thing is that his friends in the beginning don't know that Reggie is gay. Because he's friends with like Q and the soccer guys and is part of the soccer team, and obviously the soccer team is quite popular in high school and they like the cool guys, and Q's like the ladies' man in school. So the whole social pressure comes into play in high school. But when you are born with a different type of sexuality, then it becomes kind of tricky for you to actually fit in with everybody else because of social ideas and social norms.
Great stuff.
So there's nothing you can do.
Well, I'm gonna have your back this time. I promise.
I take respect seriously, you understand? And you made it quite clear that me and you, we can't be friends anymore. If you go to a small town, they say Hammanskraal, and you are known as that gay guy, it's a bit challenging for you, you know?
During the day in my area is safe, yes. But during the night, it's not. For me, it's not, because it's whereby we get those guys who are homophobic. They will say nasty things and they will comment many things like calling me names like you stubborn, you are a morphe, why are you being a sissy girl, why are you acting like that? Yes, I lose one of my special friends, which is Orient. He just found out that I'm gay, so he just turned his back on me.
I met Thabang in 2009. We used to spend a lot of time together. We used to communicate a lot about stuff. Like, if I'm bothered at home, I ask him for advices. We stopped being close since I found out that he's gay.
According to Orient, he didn't know that I was gay. When he found out that I was gay, it's because he saw me with some guy we were kissing.
I said nothing. I just decided to distance myself a little bit from him. It was hard to keep Thabang as a friend because my straight guys will probably think that I'm gay too.
He didn't even give me a notice that he's not gonna be my friend, or I didn't even get any explanation why are you keeping distance from me.
I wouldn't be seen in public with him because I'll be identified as a gay person.
It was helpful. It did really help because it's one of my special friends. I call him one of my, it's like a brother to me. I'm gonna get tested. Let's say at the end of month. It's month end. Let's say next week, I'm gonna get tested.
When I first heard about Reggie, I started thinking to myself, how many Reggies do I know? How many Reggies have I come across in my life before? I'm trying to bridge the gap between straight black men and gay black men because I feel like there's so much more that we have to fight. I mean, we have bigger problems than just, oh, you gay and you straight, you know?
We spark conversations and it really helps us to know what people think because one of the key things that we do is to sensitize people.
And helping us gays to just to not feel like we are just people from another planet. All my friends, gay friends are out except for one. He's afraid of coming out because he doesn't know how will his family react.
You don't owe anybody to come out. You don't owe them anything. So you can be out in one area of your life, and maybe 10 years from now, you'll be ready to be out in another area of your life. It's your thing, it's okay. Because some people, when they come out, they lose their families, friends, jobs. Some even lose their lives by simply saying, this is who I am. Some people will never come out, and it's okay.
I never thought that I would come out, but I had to because I was so tired of being in a closet. It's hot in a closet, it's hot. It's hot.
Like I must grow out, it's very hard.
So I had to come out. So some of us, I think that they're afraid of getting chased out from the family, and others fear that they're gonna get killed or beaten up or verbally abused.
If you think of the stigma and how it is taboo for same-sex couples, so at some point you get to be judged. So most people actually prefer to test like on the street like we're doing now.
Why haven't I been tested? I had sex with one of my friends, and then we haven't used the protection, so I don't know what happened, because I usually use protection. I don't know what happened, what went wrong that day. We haven't talked about our status, we just did it. HIV scares me because I know that I see on TV and I read newspapers. People are dying because of it.
Bongi and coal stove have unprotected sex. That's the sad thing about young people. We judge by appearance. We think, this man, he's got a car, he's a DJ. Like Bongi thinks Guti Coal Stove is a DJ. He's like the most popular DJ in Zenzele. He mixes beats. He's got a car. He's proper. And she automatically thinks that I'm safe with this guy, and there's no way that this guy can be infected. That's the thing about HIV and AIDS. It does not discriminate. It doesn't matter if you wear Gucci, Prada, you live in the township called Zenzele, it don't matter.
So I found out I was HIV positive 2009 on the 15th of August, and the time was 1 o'clock. Yeah. I was 20. I was dating just like every other girl, and I then met this man, and I thought, hey, if I sleep with this guy, then I'll become popular, because he was a so-called celebrity. He was a very popular Kwaito star. So I got into risky behavior with him, because I never asked for condoms. We never used condoms. It was in the newspapers that he's not well, but I guess I was just ignorant to a certain extent. I found out about my status in 2009 on the 15th of August. And for me, it was never really something that I thought was true, because when I looked at myself, I didn't look HIV. I grew up in a suburb. I just didn't relate to HIV at all. But I was in denial. I didn't think I was positive. So I first started losing weight. But because I've been a big girl, losing weight without going to the gym was an achievement. But there were signs, I would bleed, I would nosebleed, I would sweat at night. My hair was starting to fall out. And I would always have excuses, and I never really took it serious. And then in August, one day I was getting ready for work, and I literally stepped out of bed and fell on the floor. When we were walking in the clinic, the nurse literally stopped us by the door and said, this person's gonna die in my clinic, so I'll just give you a letter and an injection, and you guys just take her to the hospital. And the next day, the doctor came in, and I had liver failure, I had abdominal TB. They told me that here are your results and your CD4 count is sitting on 4. Your viral load was 1 billion copies, not even 1 million, it was 1 billion copies. I was literally facing death. I literally had full-blown AIDS. And then that's when I accepted that I'm really living, or rather I'm infected with this virus. I started recovering. One thing that really helped me is once I was discharged from hospital, I now had to start collecting my medication. I noticed that there were people who were my age. And that sort of made me understand that I'm literally not the only person, because you feel that you're the only person going through this, you know? And I started attending clinics on Fridays, and I started making friends. I'm still friends with some of the people I met back then. I think the only way to break the fear from testing is educating yourself about HIV. It's really just the virus living in your blood. The only reason people are afraid to test, it's not necessarily because they'll die, because they won't die. It's because they're afraid what people are going to say, and self-stigma. Because you stigmatize yourself before the next person stigmatizes you.
Today I'm at Pretoria at Out. I'm gonna get I decided to get tested today. Oh, and I'm a little bit nervous, eh? I need to know where I stand with my status, because everyone needs to know whether they are HIV positive or negative. So today I decided to come and get tested, even though I know I'm nervous, eh? Oh. We'll see. Oh, God. It's not turning back right now. Okay. Oh, God.
What can I do for you today?
Oh, today I decided to come and get tested.
Tested? HIV test?
Yes.
Okay, when was the last time you did your test?
Oh, 2 years back.
2 years ago?
Yes.
So we here at the clinic, we do the rapid test, the advanced rapid test. It's 100% accurate, never tampered with. Okay. So whatever results that's gonna come out here, it will be between me and you.
Yes.
Any question?
Ooh.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes. Am I? Yes.
Okay. So we'll do the finger prick. D stands for the diluent that I'll be using. After I pour this diluent in here and it detects active antibodies, then there'll be a line on a test and another line on a control, meaning on the screen there'll be 2 lines. It means HIV positive. But if there's only 1 line on a control, nothing on a test, it's HIV negative.
So now I am an HIV activist and I do all my work on Facebook. I do live videos. I post about different issues, you know. I post about disclosure. I'll post about being in a relationship. I'll just post about different things. And sometimes I just have Q&As where people ask, but I also counsel people on my inbox. And this is people across Africa, not just South Africa. I have a huge following in Kenya. You get people whose families still don't want them to eat in the same plates or cook with the same pots. They have their own washing cloth. It's scary.
we all can make a difference in someone's life, you know? When you get to a point where you've accepted the mistakes you've done, you can always use it as a weapon to better someone else's life.
It's an honor to be able to help people just sitting at home behind my laptop or wherever I am. It's actually quite awesome.
I think young people need to realize that it can happen to anyone. You are not invincible. You are not Iron Man that, you can't get HIV or you can't get any other STI. It can happen to anyone. And it's important to always play it safe. Even if you feel that you know your status and you trust your partner, but better be safe than sorry, this thing is real. It can happen to anyone. Play it safe all the time, all the time.
If you have been affected by any of the issues raised in the show, please call 0860 995 085. Terms and conditions apply. Go to mtvshuga.com for more information.